Okay, hello Outlanders. Let us know if you can hear us and if you can see us just fine, and then we'll jump right into the nitty-gritty of this exciting preview stream. Let us know in the chat if all is okay, and then we can begin.
Can hear you all fine.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Hello, greetings.
Awesome. Maybe I'd like to start off because I actually previously didn't mention it, but we started doing Vigor podcasts as well, so our dev streams are recorded now for our podcast, so just keeping it out there for everyone in the chat, but also for my guests. So we'll get to the introductions right now. Hello Outlanders, welcome to our dev stream. My name is Forsythia, and I'm the Senior Community Manager for Vigor. With me today I have Johanny, who is our lead programmer.
Hello.
And I have Archie as well, who is actually one of our QA leads. So
hello there.
All right. So people in the chat are still coming in and saying hi, and we've got a quick message from DJ Spencer saying that they love the addition of the podcast version of the dev streams, which is great. And we've got someone with very sharp eyes, Enzo, new map in the background, nice. Yeah, it's right there. And we actually discovered something earlier on while we were preparing for the stream, and I guess we will unveil it later when we get there. All right, so would you like to do some introductions, like really short, brief introductions on yourself? We may have some new Outlanders out there who haven't seen you all on stream. So who'd like to start?
Archie.
Oh, okay. Hello everyone, I'm Archie and I work as quality assurance. So I do test the all new features that are coming in the updates, and also retesting the bugs. I also cooperate with our community managers. All of the issues that you are guys reporting, we are trying to fix. We are looking into that, and that's basically the main course of my job.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Archie, for that. And real quickly, Adonius is raiding our stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, people who came from the raid. Welcome to our stream.
Thank you for the raid.
Yes, thank you very much for that. That's great. Awesome. And thank you, Archie, for the introduction as well.
Sure.
Johanny, it's your time to shine.
Cool. Hey, I'm Johanny. I'm the lead programmer on Vigor, which means that I oversee all the programming that's going on the game.
Nice. Short and sweet. Totally facts. It all works. All right, so thank you both for the introductions. Maybe before we get into the nitty-gritty of the stream, I would just like to make a really quick announcement. Mostly because we've been seeing a lot of questions about it on our social media, so maybe now is the time to let you all know that we will be having a double XP weekend this weekend. So it was widely requested by the community, so we hope that you're looking forward to the grind, getting twice the usual amount of XP. It's going to be happening from the 3rd to the 6th, from 3 p.m. on the 3rd until 8 a.m. on the 6th. So we hope you enjoy it. We'll also be announcing it on our social media, of course, but this is the early news that we wanted to share with you all. So there's that. All right.
Good stuff.
Yeah. You've got a chance to finish your battle pass if you didn't yet.
Mm-hmm, for sure. All right, so let's try and see what the other chats have to say as well, aside from Twitch, because I want to make sure that we give everyone some attention before we jump into the details. We have everybody saying hi, and some people appreciating the double XP. Tabitha on Facebook is saying that double XP is a must. We gotta get these legacy seasons completed. So yeah, we hope that this will help you out. And we've also got a quick question. Will we be releasing any codes today? No, we won't be releasing or giving out any Battle Pass codes today or Crown codes today. We're just doing a preview on what's coming with our first major update of 2023, which is update 14.0. So if y'all, I'm excited now, so we'll jump in. Let's do it. So here we are. We have the what's new screen for the players. to see on the stream. This is actually only available in the preview build right now. This is not public yet. The release will be coming on the 8th, which we actually released our cinematic trailer yesterday, so if you all were able to watch it, let us know what you think. We hope that it got you all hyped for what's coming, so let us know. But yes, so here's the What's New screen for update 14.0. Who would like to take it away and briefly discuss what's going on there?
So much stuff.
Yeah, it is so much stuff. So maybe like quick TLDR is that we will be having a new battle pass with a lot of new cosmetics and new titles as well. We have Miren, which is a new map that we've been working on, and we actually saw our community members finally get the hint. We were dropping some hints on our social media in the descriptions and like in the articles that we brought out, so shout out to you all who were able to catch it. That was awesome. And we also have a new weapon and a new consumable, which we'll be showing off in a bit. And we also have some new features like a vote kick system for elimination, map-specific loadouts for shootout maps, and your skins are now displayed in shootout and elimination. But this is just the start of what's actually coming to this update. So yeah, shall we jump in, Archie?
Yes,
Let's go.
we can do that. Just on the key art on the picture, you can actually see a lot of new additions to the game. The new weapon, the bear trap. Or bear trap.
Okay.
Here we go again.
Okay, but I mean, we know you're Czech, so like it's okay, I guess, if you want to say beer trap. It's not something to ooh about, it's just facts. He's Czech, he's thinking of beer, that's fine.
That happens.
Yeah, it's
So-
totally fine.
Let's jump right into that. Once it gets loaded, we can see the first thing that is new in this update. And it's actually the new widget, the new feature store widget. So we took the old one and we reworked it. So now you can see the featured store offer for a current day, as well as daily challenges that are recently assigned to your account. You can jump into the store if you want, but this is like a quick preview of what is in the store. And I think it's a nice widget. I like it.
And we've got someone with really sharp eyes in the chat asking if we've got any new seasonal challenges, because we have the daily challenges featured there, so they really thought about that. But we'll get to it step by step. We'll get to it.
Yeah. And
Right.
we can see the first thing here. I've actually got one of the new uniforms assigned. And this is it.
Ooh,
It looks insane.
this is friggin' awesome. So let us know what you think of the cosmetics you've seen so far. Update 14.0 is called Vigor Chronicles Reckoning. So we tried to go with a specific theme, and actually we saw some people, I think, in the chat on the previous stream trying to guess what theme we have. And I mean, like, it's more visible now, and we'll probably tell you the real answer later, but if you could tell us what you think inspired the cosmetics in this battle pass, please let us know what you think.
To say it.
You can, okay, well,
No, it's okay.
you can say it, I guess, or if someone in the chat talks about it. I mean, to be fair, it's like, it's a really specific name. I don't think anyone would think about it, but someone in the last dev stream did think about it in the chat.
Yeah.
They did. So yeah. Let's see what the chat has to say. The skulls on the belt are fire. Yeah, they are. They look amazing. Oh man. This is great. Alright, let's see what else. The bag as well is getting some love, which, yeah, it's hella nice.
Yeah, looks really good.
Let's see what the chat has to say. Oh, the Junker theme is bussin'. Yeah, it's bussin', but we didn't necessarily go with a Junker theme this time, so if that's your guess, well, I'm sorry, it's not a Junker theme. Well, would you like to spoil it for them already?
Oh,
Johanny?
it's okay. We
Okay,
don't
well,
have to.
we'll just keep them
We don't have
guessing.
to.
Oh, come on. All right. And there's a question from Tiny Online. Do you have an overlay to confirm that you are in the preview build? Some people think that they can get into the games with you. Sadly not. That was an oversight on our end. Sorry about that. But yes, we are currently on the preview build. Like I mentioned earlier, no one else can get in here except for the partners. So, or devs, basically. So no one else can enter any games with us. Let's see what the chat has to say. Just excitement for the new season so far.
Yeah, it seems
That's
cool.
so nice. Like, I think the cosmetics were immediately something that caught their eye.
It's this new season, so we can maybe show the new battle pass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
cool.
So it's 50 levels again. We are back to 50 levels from 75 because of the changes we made with the updates. What is connected to that is also the minor updates that are coming sooner than before, so we are able to adapt to all of the feedback and polishes that we need to do and react in a good
Timely manner.
timely manner. Yes. So this is outfit on first level of the premium battle pass, and I'm not going to go through every cosmetic here, just gonna show it quickly. Here's the new helmet.
Looking spicy. Or spiky. Okay, let's see what the chat has to say. Da-da-da.
Nice.
Here's another new backpack that is in the season.
We've got a quick guess from one of our players, wilderness cultists. That's actually really cool, though. I mean, maybe that
That's
could
a
be an
cool
idea
name.
for the future, and yeah, we could use that theme later on, perhaps. Nice guess, though, but it's not it.
And here we can already see one of the new consumable that's been added to the game.
Oh, yes, the bear trap. Not
bear
the
trap.
beer trap, but the bear trap. Actually, one of our Outlanders on the chat earlier said, so, if you get caught in the trap in the game, it means that you're a bear.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. How much for your cap, Archie?
Priceless.
Yeah, priced, sorry. It's just mine, this one.
Yeah. It's the Vigor cap, so it's limited edition. Let's see. Any hints on what it's all based on? Terminator, Mad Max, Purge, etc. Now it's your time to shine, Johanny. We've got a
What?
direct question. Do you want to
Which one?
brief about the Battle Pass inspiration? What theme is it? Because now they're asking for real.
Yeah, well, the theme is diesel punk, basically. So, yeah, pretty much all the references you've been citing
Mentioning.
so far.
Yeah, the answer is yes. All right.
Yes.
Yes.
What theme is it? Yes.
Indeed.
And yeah, maybe it's definitely wise to point out that the bear trap consumable is actually something that was highly requested within the community.
Yeah.
Some of our loyal community members have been mentioning it for a while now, so we're happy to listen to community feedback, and we're happy that we were able to implement a bear trap in the Outlands. So yeah. They would like to know the price of the battle pass.
The usual?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh,
it
no,
like-
because we bring the levels. No, it's different. It's different.
Isn't it?
Don't quote me. Don't panic. Don't panic. I don't know the price.
Isn't it the usual 690?
I'm not 100% sure right now, to be very, very honest.
That's
Let me
true.
get to the box where I can check the price.
Oh yeah. No, you did a spoiler, Johanny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 690 as it used to be before.
I believe so. Like 690 makes sense. But Johanny will be confirming with us for sure. But
And as usually there is a lot of crowns that you get back while grinding through the battle pass, so I think it's pretty reasonable.
there's also a question. New gun showcase?
Yeah, we get to it. We already discussed briefly the challenges, and I wanted to talk real quick about it because with new season, we've added additional seasonal challenges. So it's way bigger variety of the challenges. If you want to reroll the challenges, you get the chance to get different ones. And there are new rewards for completing all of the season challenges. So it's gonna reset for you. You can grind the season challenges again. You can get interesting rewards for it again. And I'm not gonna spoil.
But I mean, the way you said interesting rewards again, just to clarify, it's not gonna be the same reward. Of course, it's gonna be a completely different,
New set.
snazzy reward. So we hope that you're looking forward to that.
Yes.
I think you were just. Oh yeah, you don't want to show the seasonal challenges, right? You are the
I
challenge.
cannot because we haven't unlocked them, so we need to complete more story
Oh yeah,
challenges to
I
get them.
forgot about that. It's this account. No one plays it
Yeah.
unless it's on the.
I mean, I
PvP
could
build.
cheat it on your account now.
Nah, let's. It's okay.
That's okay.
Let's not do that. And well, this was inevitable. Now we have to answer this question. What is that?
Okay,
word?
okay. I was hoping it was a surprise for later, but we received this awesome giant tomato with glitches with the green back. But now I can show you the map through my head, so it's kind of cool.
The map
but yeah.
is in you.
Can you remind me the name of the person that did
Yes,
this?
it's actually Tiny Online.
That's
she
great.
was very kind to
Thank you.
hand make a lot of tomatoes for our dev team and also this nice big plush tomato for us. So thank you so much. Again, it was a really nice, heartwarming Christmas gift. Thank you. And
Yeah. I don't know where you found time to do this because like you made so many of the tiny ones. Like
Yeah.
30, 40, I don't even know.
30.
Yeah. Like
I felt like
this is
Santa
insane,
walking
like,
around the
I don't know
office.
how long it took, but yeah, thank you very much. And the big one is just like, you know,
It's
just
as
great.
big as your head.
Yeah. I think it's even bigger. So yeah, I can have it here.
Oops. Alright. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Sorry. Back to the new gun showcase.
Back to what is interesting to you guys.
I mean, we were just sharing something
that's
that
true.
we devs enjoyed. We're sorry to steal the spotlight for a second, but anyway, gun.
Credit must be given.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yes, indeedy. So the new weapon. Who would like to briefly touch upon it, please?
So here it is. Ta-da!
Wow.
So this was kinda requested by our community
Yes,
as well.
they were asking
Really?
for an M4 or an M4A1 already in the past, so there's
So here we go. Some basic information about the weapon. So it's pro polarity. It has two firing modes. So it's either single shot or full auto. So it's slightly different than the other type of the weapon we have in the game that's burst. This is full auto gun, so I can show it. Here I've got it here with an interesting skin.
Very beautiful.
maybe it's worth mentioning what the skin is, Archie, because you're already showing
Yeah, go for it.
anyway.
It goes very well with your uniform.
Yeah, I think it feels nice.
So, for those who might not understand, this is a really nice pink lovey-dovey skin, but that's because Valentine's Day is coming up this February, so we did add some new cosmetics for Valentine's Day, and here's a preview of one of the weapon skins that you will be able to get during Valentine's. So, yeah.
Neat.
Ooh, dang. The shoot. Alright. Oh, and there was a response from Tiny on your question earlier,
3 weeks.
Johanny. 3 weeks
3 weeks.
without
Oh,
internet. Oh, yeah.
okay.
I remember
Yeah.
that time.
But the 3 weeks it isn't even the time it took. It's just like those 3 weeks helped. So it's longer than that even. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They're asking if you can full auto.
Yep.
They want to see the recoil
Alright. I'm not gonna.
compensate.
Oof.
This is the basic recoil without any compensation. And the weapon bloom or the crosshair spread. I can show it in a crouch as well. It's way more stable, as it should be in the crouch. So here we go. That's the new weapon. I believe it's pretty well balanced, and we will see how it will play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like, we feel that now, but, you know, we will still pay attention to community feedback once the release of the update comes through, which is on the 8th, as many of you may have already seen on the trailer, I hope. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, and there was a request if we could change the crosshair colors from white to something else because they couldn't see it properly. So, I'm really sorry. What could I ask you to change the crosshair colors and then
Sure.
try showing it off again? So that we could accommodate for our Outlanders who weren't able to spot it that well. It's still white. You changed it back to white.
Oh no, it was red.
I think that you
Make
flicked
it
the joystick
Okay,
too
blue.
quick.
Sure.
Sure, anything but white.
Anything that doesn't blend with the environment.
Yeah. Alright, so there's that. Meanwhile, while Archie shows off how the weapon is again, I will be looking through the chat. Let's see what the chat has to say. Oh, the Valentine skin is so cute. We're happy that you are thinking that already, and we hope that you'll be able to get it when Valentine's Day comes around. Let's see. Oh, the bear trap.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, there is a question if we could show the bear trap in action. Maybe we could do it in tandem with the shootout map. Or no?
Is it in the shootout map?
I think not yet.
It very much
It's
depends
gonna be like
because
random, so it's not
Yeah.
ideal.
yeah,
Okay, well,
But we
maybe.
have more things to show in
Yeah.
encounters, so let's do one encounter and
Yeah.
yeah.
Should I do it now?
Yes,
Sure.
please. That would be good.
Okay,
Be nice. Let's see what the chat has to say.
and you can see on the 6th tile
Oh.
that the new map is prepared here, and we will jump
Yes.
into that afterwards.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
in a bit.
But for those who might be asking, I mean, like, we have it specifically on the preview build set that way, so it won't be appearing publicly to all of you with a different slot on its own. It's just for testing purposes. Our partners have access to this build, and that's why we made it just for them, and that's why there's a label playtest here. So no, we will not be having a 6th slot in the map rotation for all of y'all. Let's see. The bear trap isn't gonna be something people will use. I hope you guys know that. Well, we hope that people will try and use them because it was a highly requested community feedback. You know, like they were asking. Yeah. Yeah. So we hope that it will be used, but I mean the update hasn't even dropped yet, so we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed that all goes well.
Okay, so let's demonstrate it.
Yes.
This is the placement, and it's a night weather preset, so it's not that very much visible. And I'm gonna walk over it, and I got trapped. No, it does have multiple effects. What it does is there is raw damage, and there is also max stamina decrease. So you are not able to run that long or use the stamina for
It basically
stabilizing
decreases
the
your
aiming.
maximum stamina bar, right?
Yes.
So it makes it useful, right? Because if it would just immobilize, is that a thing? Immobilize someone for like very short amount of time, that wouldn't be so useful. But the fact that it has some permanent effect on the player that stepped into it makes it better, right?
Does the stamina come back over the game? No, it stays like this. There are some interactions with consumables though, and I don't think we should show them right now. I think it's maybe better if players will find by themselves.
There's definitely a way to help yourself with this, and it will be other kinds of consumables, and it's already in the game, so you don't have to be like looking for a reason for us to add another consumable specifically to counter the bear trap.
and it does not only decrease your max stamina, it also decreases the time needed to regenerate the stamina back. So there are multiple effects when you step into the bear trap, and it doesn't do that much of a damage because we have contact bombs and other tools aimed for the damage, and it's the green rarity, so you can take up to 5 bear traps into the match, and we are curious to see how they will play.
Yeah, we've actually got some guesses already on the consumables. So a bunch of guesses are bandages, adrenaline shot, or adrenaline shot with a caffeine. Interesting suggestions.
Yeah.
Some of you are on the right track.
There is another question, like, are the max stamina effect decrease stacking? So if you step on another bear trap, what happens, Archie? Enlighten us.
I can demonstrate it a bit further.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna step into another one. It took another certain damage again.
Yep.
And my max stamina is decreased again.
So yeah, it is stacking.
Yeah, but it's kept. It's kept, and I don't know if I shall.
Sure.
Go ahead,
Why not?
please
Okay.
do demonstrate.
So if I step again, I receive damage again, but the stamina decrease doesn't go any further.
Yes, indeed.
So you basically will be, your stamina will be reduced by 2 unit of stamina. Like you will receive the debuff to the stamina bar twice.
And of course, if you have full inventory, your stamina will be decreased as well. So
Just keep that in mind.
I can see the tool being useful, and we will
I
see.
think so too. Yeah. And we've got a question. I assume you can walk into your own traps.
That's
I
what
just
we
did.
do.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
be
were able
careful.
to demonstrate it because we can walk over it. But just that means you have to be really careful. I mean, it's that same thing, you know, with contact bombs exploding onto yourself. So just keep an eye out on where you put down your traps.
Okay. Another thing that we've changed is quality of life change, and it's about weapons and storing the user preferences. That means if you have, for example, 2 weapons like I do, and you go into ADS or first person, let's say, and now I switch to this weapon, it's going to be in third person, and it's going to remember my settings. So we know that players has been kind of frustrated when they have, like, for example, sniper, they switch to shotgun and it's first person, and they accidentally melee instead of shooting or
It was long overdue, so yeah, that's, I see a lot of excitement, and I think it speaks to how frustrating it was. Yeah, it will remember it for the duration of the match. So it's like every time you go into a match, you will have to it's resetting basically. And I believe in Shootout, it resets every time you die. Right, so you won't, all your weapon will go back into third person by default, and you will need to go back to the scope again.
Yeah, and by default it's always third person, but if you change it, it will remember the settings you had. So I believe this is a nice change.
And our community is excited for it too. Like, let's go! Excited for that quality of life
See,
change.
they didn't do new maps. We should just fix those bugs.
They weren't really bugs. They were quality of life changes.
yeah, exactly.
And we've got some interesting predictions. 5+ traps on every exit, I smell.
Well, that's up to you.
And there's also a question earlier on if the traps have a sound similar to how contact bombs have a hum. Like if you can...
Yeah. No, you cannot. Like, they don't emit any noise unless you step on them.
But then it would be too late already.
They are designed to be like sneaky traps on the map, because all the other traps you can like detect them with a noise, but this one, it's not the strongest consumable. So if you would have a way to even detect before you step on it, like, I mean, it's a piece of metal on the ground, right? It doesn't emit noise by default.
And we've got some scary plans brewing in the chat. Someone was saying that they would plan to put traps with contact bombs to see how much damage it does.
You should be able to kill someone if you take a full inventory of consumables and tools that you can place.
For sure.
And you have improvised mines and stuff like that.
But yeah, thank you for showing off the bear trap, which, again, I really want to say thank you to the community for giving us your feedback, because we know that plenty of people have been requesting it for even years now, that they wanted a bear trap. So yeah, thank you for that. And let's see, I think...
Bear trap and mortar strikes is gonna be my thing. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, and there was also a question earlier, if there is an indicator that someone stepped on your trap if you're not watching your trap.
There's not.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. And would now be the right time to show off our new shootout map again?
Yes.
Yes, I will do that in the moment. Just a couple of wars before I start, or maybe I can start matchmaking. But
That's gonna be instant.
That's
yeah,
true, because it's just for us.
True. So it's third shootout map we are releasing, and as before we are following the same pattern. So it's the map released as the shootout now, but it's going to be released as an encounter later. And last of the shootout editions was Kirsten, which is like a small, narrowish map.
It's the damn map.
It's a damn map, yes.
Yeah.
So this time we changed the pacing a bit and the map level design a bit, and we will see it in the moment. But the map is way bigger than the Kirsten one.
It's a different approach. Mirren is totally different.
It's not just way bigger, it's like
The layout.
gigantic.
Yeah.
For a shootout map, it's larger than Sawmill actually. So yeah.
It's very large, and for these reasons we increased the number of players that will be playing this map, and it's going to be 10 players for this shootout map because of the size. And another thing we changed is we introduced the map specific loadouts. Because if you play, for example, on Kirsten, which is like really close combat stuff, we want to have guns like shotguns and maybe SMGs to be more prevalent, because if you get spawned with the sniper rifle, it's not that effective. On the other hand, on this map, if you get spawned with the shotgun, it might not be that great because of the long distances.
But it's not great.
So each of the shootout maps will have their own loadouts, and I mean both of the initial loadouts and the weapon that you can loot from the crates within the map. And here we go. This is the first preview on the map.
One of our partners, Smokey Dopey, cleverly pointed out that you can see the cosmetics in Shootout as well, like in the weapon. That's
that's also a new thing. You can now see your weapon skins in Elimination and Shootout. Actually, it's quite fun, because if you loot the weapon of someone that has a skin, you will be playing with their skin for some time until you lose the weapon. So yeah, it's fun.
It's more fun.
It's more fun. Yeah, sure. That's the goal, right?
So all of the Shootout maps have a selection of loadouts which work for them.
Yeah, that's basically the intention. Like, Kerstin plays very differently from this map because they have different size. So now we have the power to use different weapon pools for each map.
How does the full Mirren map compare to the others in size?
That's a good question. I think it's on the large side. Of course.
I believe so as well, but you know what? We will be bringing our level designer on a future stream, and we could go on a deep dive about Mirren. So I'll try and keep that question in mind for one of our future streams, and we can talk about it then. Let's see. New map. Yes, this is our new shootout map. We're showing off Miren. Some of you may have already caught it in the trailer. Some were a little bit skeptical. Some were saying that it looks quite like Fjellkanten, but probably because they saw some mountains in the back and like some of the greenery might be similar.
Yeah.
So there's that. And let's see what else the chat has to say. This looks so smooth. Can't wait to watch people play it. Speaking of smooth, do we want to segue into that?
Right. Yeah, maybe we should. Okay, yeah, 14.0 brings something exciting to Xbox Series X players. I believe, Archie, you could even show it to some extent.
I already...
Because we are introducing a uncapped frame rate option to Xbox Series X. So it means that you will be able to play Vigor at up to 120 FPS. The trade-off is that we are reducing the resolution of the game, so it will look worse, but you will have much more frames per second. The game will be much smoother. So yeah, and
you can change what do you prefer, right?
Yeah. So you can switch it in the option. Then you need to reboot the game, and I already see people asking, why is it not on PS5? Because it's not. Because Vigor is a PS4 game, right? So the executable of the game is PS4, and it cannot use the 120 FPS mode on PS5.
I think that it's connected to how we basically don't have a PS5 native build.
Yeah, it's basically that. We have a PS4 native build, and PS4 native build on PS5 cannot do it. Why doesn't it say PS5 version for PS5? Exactly because of this. Because we don't have a native PS5 version, and so we cannot have 120 FPS on PS5.
All right. Let's see. One of our players in the chat is saying that they thought that Miren looked like Fjellkanten too, but this really looks much different, and that they cannot wait for the full map.
Yeah. Actually, the name of the map is what is
so
it?
Actually, some of our players were already Googling it when they saw the hint on social media. They were like, oh yeah, they dropped the name Miren, and it's probably the new map, and it means swamp or marsh. And I was like, yeah, I'm so proud of the community. Like, this is wonderful. They got it. So yeah, there's that. It's swampy, boggy, marshy. Of course, like, just remember that this is a shootout map, so you're only seeing the section for shootout. I mean, it is quite a huge section for a shootout map, but can you just imagine how it would look like for encounters when you can access the entire map? Like,
yeah, because the portion in shootout is actually not the full thing. There is more places you will be able to go to in encounter. Actually, there is way more places you will be able to go to in encounter. And you can see some of it like on the edges of the map. You can see some distant buildings and such, and you will be able to go to some of them, not all of them. So yeah.
And wait, so first it's released as a shootout map, and then for encounters? Yes, precisely. For our long-term veteran players, we've been doing this for quite a while now, where we release a section as a shootout map, and then we will eventually release the entire map as an encounter map. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
And about Miren, we didn't know if it was the place called Miren in Norway that has a church with a massive sundial feature in the front, or if it was a marshland. Well, it was one of two things, and you were able to guess one of two, which was awesome, That was great.
Yep. Here we go.
Oh yeah, someone was asking if you could go into the buildings and stuff, so here we are.
You can.
Nice.
At least you can climb up this one. And the other one is you can't climb on the roof. Yeah,
you cannot access the roof here, and this is
changing.
closed as well.
Yeah.
Johanny, we have a question regarding 120 FPS.
Yeah.
What resolution does the game drop to when you have 120 FPS on?
Oops. It drops to 1080p, so full HD.
Thank you, Johanny.
With 60 FPS.
No.
No? Oh,
4K,
drops.
4K
Yeah.
60
Okay.
FPS,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
120, 1080p, right?
You spent a whole season making a new map to call it a swamp. Well, actually, like, we're just spitting facts. I mean, like, it's swampy, it's marshy, and, like,
If you
It's
can come up with a
boring.
better name,
yeah,
let us know.
But first, you have to play the entire map, like, to then try and think about the name. Because, as I said, this is just the section for Shootout, so if you have another name in mind aside from Miran, share it with us. And someone is pointing out the specific signs, considering that the
Right.
game is set in Norway.
Yeah, so this map is actually at the border between
Norway
Norway and
and
USSR, right? So it's all the way up north in Norway, and it's at the border between the two countries. So actually, on one side of the map, you're in Norway, and on the other side, you're in USSR, right? So yeah, Vigor going outside of Norway.
no,
Confirmed.
just a little bit.
Yeah, just a
Come
little
on.
bit.
Just a few steps.
Yeah.
Alright. Will the floating forks stay in the game? I mean, priorities.
Why
you
would
know?
we remove it? Like,
It's eternal already.
It's cemented there to be flying. Alright, let's see what the chat has to say. Are there any shelter updates in planned or in plans? We do intend on improving shelter improvements this year, but there hasn't been any changes regarding that with this update. Just keep in mind, please, this right now that we're showing off is actually not the public build. This is the preview build, only available on Xbox, so it's not public at all. Only the devs and the partners can access it. So, no, it's not live yet, but it will be on the 8th of February. Alright.
out of 10, how difficult is it to make a PS5 version? It is challenging. It is challenging because to do this, we need to upgrade our engine, and this is something we're working on the side, but it takes very long. Like, yeah. We've actually requested the help of another studio to do that. So, yeah, it's not an easy feat.
And we've also got a suggestion from one of our players on Facebook. The map looks great for elimination. It won't be featured as an elimination map, will it? I mean, have we considered that in the past?
Well, for sure it's not in the work at the moment. Like, potentially any map in the game could be used for elimination. So it's not impossible that it will happen. And there is some cool locations in that new map, especially with those new buildings we've seen. But for now, it's not in the work. Like, first we are releasing it as Shootout, then Encounter, and then what is going to be the next task for our level designer is not decided yet, I believe. So yeah,
We could keep it in mind.
but yeah.
Thank you for that. And also, we've got a suggestion on the YouTube chat when we were talking about the name of Miran, and one of the suggestions is to call the map Border.
Well, that's a good name, and that's actually how we call it internally, because you may know that all our maps have two names, like the development name and then the in-game name. That's why most of the people say sawmill when they mean Sagbruk on stream.
Or they say
Because we have
Ridge.
or ridge
instead of
instead of
Fjellkanten.
Fjellkanten and etc. So yeah, that's the. If you want to call it border, feel free. It is a border in the end. So.
Yes, exactly. So I really like that this Outlanders suggested Border, like... I can't believe it. Some of our players are just so passionate that they really think similarly like us. It's insane. I love it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And then we've got Clumsy Mama saying border in Norwegian is Grensen. Well.
One of the name we've considered.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Oh man, we've got some passionate Outlanders out there. This is amazing.
Double XP weekend, please. Yes, this weekend. It was
Yeah.
announced by Anjanette.
Here it is again on the screen for all of you, in case that you've missed it, because we announced it quite early on in the stream.
It's good to repeat.
Yeah, definitely. So we will be having a double XP weekend this weekend. Notice that I said it was a double XP weekend, so there's that. From the 3rd to the 6th of February. The timings are on the screen. This is the early news that I wanted to share with y'all. And we will be sharing the news as well on our social media in the upcoming days. So hopefully you all liked, aside from the update 14.0 preview, we hope that you're liking the early news being shared in this stream. Let's see. We've got a question regarding one of the cosmetics.
Can I address this one?
Yes, you can. But
People working on the weekend? No, it's automated.
wait, what? Where? Wait, is it this one?
Yeah.
People work on the weekend. Some people work on the weekend.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
sometimes you do.
Yeah, I do. Could I ask you to bring up one of the outfits that we have, because we have a question from the community. What are the purple X's and the green marks on the players?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
We'll
man,
do
we
that.
gotta claim some rewards first.
Oops.
I think
It's this one.
this one.
This
Yes.
is the one. It's one of the new uniform for the battle pass.
I mean, I don't think that we have any specific lore behind it to share just yet, but if you have some inkling of what you think it might be, then feel free to share it with us. We love to hear the Vigor theories, actually. So it's gonna be nice to hear what y'all think.
Oh, I remembered one thing actually.
Yes.
We've been in the encounter, but I forgot to mention one of the changes we made,
Which is a pretty good one.
which is a
You
pretty
can
good one.
still jump into an encounter if you want. We have last 10 minutes.
We've got a couple of more things to cover,
do
but
we
you
have
can do that.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, just one thing. That extra tile for the map rotation won't be here, right?
Yes.
On public. It's just so that the map will actually be rotating with other shootout maps. And there will be some time when the map releases where it will be not rotating. It will be the only map in the slot. But that will be like quite limited. And this slot won't be here. We cannot really have more than 5 slots. Otherwise, the matchmaking times are getting too long for everybody. And let's jump into Archie. Do you know which map would showcase the thing the best?
Well, we tweaked all of the maps, but the most
true.
crucial was Grandheim, which is not in the rotation right now.
It is not.
Bridges, possibly.
Bridges could be a good close second.
Let's go.
But
So yeah, we made some.
no, go first.
Okay. We made some loot changes. We haven't changed the overall quantity of loot that spawns in map, but we changed how it is distributed because, you know, we have the overall quantity and then we distribute it into various places, various containers. And it was brought to our attention that basically when you're boosting, it doesn't feel like you're boosting, and that it's really annoying to go and pick up all these different mushrooms and loot sources and such. So we made some changes. Alex did them, and basically what it did is that we are now limiting a little the amount of containers that will spawn, and instead they will be spawning like bigger quantities of loot. So you won't have to do like that super annoying thing that you had to do recently where, oh, look at this.
Oh, hello, little guy.
Chilling by the river. You won't have to go all around and collect like 10 mushrooms to get 10 food. Instead, you will find, is that?
It should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as you can see, now I'm collecting one thing and I get 5 food, even though the boost level is quite low. It's like on 1.
Or not.
Right.
Or not.
No, I did boost.
Oh,
it.
you did.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how we made the change. And we also make the change in a way that if you are boosting more, like containers will be fuller, and then it will start spawning extra containers. And this is so that it improves the overall sensation you have that you've boosted, and basically there is more containers spawning and they are more full and they have more loot in them and such. So yeah, we've made some changes on that, so you won't have to go about and click 1,000 things, because that wasn't fun. That was even dangerous in the Outlands. So yeah, all of this.
On all maps.
And it is on all maps, yeah. And it's more visible on Grondheim because this is the map that had the most container spawn points configured. Yeah. And I keep noticing something else that we haven't mentioned yet, and these are these icons, as you can see.
Oh yeah.
These icons were blurry since forever, basically. Especially on 4K screens. So on Xbox Series and PlayStation 5. So now all the icons are
Sharper.
very sharp, and yeah, like our UI team redid all the icons so that they are now like full resolution, so they don't appear blurry. So yeah, it's a small change, but if you like details, if
this
you
one's for you.
have high attention to the details, then that's definitely for you.
We have a couple of questions in the chat tied to the double XP, which we announced, which is coming this weekend. Someone was asking if we could get double XP events during the week in the future because they work on the weekends and they always miss out. Yeah, actually, we try to change it up a little bit. We did have a double XP event at the start of the year from the 2nd, I think, of January until the 5th, and that was in the middle of the week. So we try to switch it up a little bit. Sometimes the double XP events will be happening on the weekdays. Sometimes they'll be happening on the weekends, so that there's chances for everyone to try it out. And then, follow up to that is that they always drop double XP on the weekends when I'm not home. Well, we're sorry about that. I swear we're not stalking your calendar and marking it to happen specifically when you're not home. We're sorry, it just happens, but don't worry, we'll have more events down the road. But now, there's this question as well about the trailer, which I'm happy that someone's bringing up the trailer because I was really curious to hear what the community thought about the trailer. Did the trailer have AI? Are there PvE missions incoming? No. Short answer, no. We are not going to be making PvE missions. We are sticking to what we have right now, which is encounters, shootout, and elimination.
Yes.
All right. And then there's also a question about the loot in the truck on the God truck.
Right.
The God truck.
Yes. Could you put it back? I believe that we talked about this in a recent stream. That I think Michal talked about it, who is not here with us right now, but he can appear in a future stream. But basically, it was not that we specifically targeted that truck in terms of loot changes. It was an overall change to the loot and how it was being distributed. And if we did want to try to return the loot back to the God truck and to restore the truck back to its God truck level, it would take a lot of work because we would have to single it out compared to like the entire system that's already there. So we miss the God truck as much as you do, but sadly it would just take a lot of effort and time and resources to try and single out that one truck. Also, you can find that loot on the battery maps, but just not in the truck anymore. You will be able to find it in other places spread out in the map.
And also some of the veterans player just learned the roads that they were always using. So with different loot distribution, it changes the map dynamics again. So you need to discover again how the loot is being sorted.
All right.
Some people keep asking about leaderboard changes. It's not coming in 14.0.
No, but it's something that we would like to tackle this year.
Yeah.
but it's not coming in 14.0 as
Yes.
Johanny mentioned.
But it's work in progress.
It is, yeah. I hope that we will be able to show something off in the near future.
Could the dev do something about the matchmaking? We can do some things about the matchmaking, but you would need to be more specific.
Yes, so could you please tell us, like, what is it about the matchmaking you would like us to tweak or improve, and we could then discuss it internally.
While redistributing loot, are you looking at making new spawn locations for POIs to give old maps a new feel? That's a good idea, but we have a single level designer and he would need to be doing this. And basically, we prefer him to be focusing on new content rather than redoing existing content.
And we want him to be focused at finalizing Encounter on Miran map anyway, at this moment.
Yeah, basically.
So maybe we shall go quickly through a couple of changes and additions that were not
smaller bug fixes and such, right?
Okay,
Or-
we could use that, and then we will wrap up the stream because we only have like 2 minutes left.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well,
Time
we
flies when
didn't-
you're having fun.
We didn't mention one of the main things that comes with major update, and it's cassettes and
That's
brand
true.
new
Oh, yeah.
story.
Yes.
And we're not gonna say anything more, just go find the cassettes and listen for yourselves.
Yeah, we hope so. We'll talk about it a bit more when the update actually drops, for sure.
There are 2 premium packs that were redesigned. Also, we slightly redesigned the store, the cosmetic store, and how the cosmetics are sorted. There is also, we discussed Shootout and an Encounter, so we shall discuss an Elimination a bit. Because there is one of the change that's been asked by community as well, and it's actually kick vote system.
Yeah, vote kick.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's one of the important ones, for sure. But sadly, we couldn't show it off right now because it would be... The preview build is different, so we couldn't show it off as we wanted.
We would need more players for it, so
But yeah, like, I mean, we could probably go in depth about the vote kick system as well, like once the update drops, because we will be having a stream the week after the update is released, so there's that. All right. Are there other things, Archie, that you would like to bring up?
well, maybe a couple of the interesting tweaks and bug fixes. There was this issue that was reported by our community that you can actually die in the exit area during the radiation or within the radiation grenade effect or
Even normal radiation.
even
Yeah,
normal radiation,
Any
which
radiation could do it.
shouldn't be the case and won't be the case anymore. We managed to fix that one. It was kind of rare, but it was happening to some sort of people under certain circumstances. Yeah.
Yeah, you would need to be very precise about what you do with your radiation.
There is this issue that if you loot a weapon, your ammunition disappears, and unfortunately we didn't manage to squeeze it within 14.0, but it will be released soon afterwards, soon after in 14.1
Yeah.
as a fix. We are also changing the phone duel functionality a bit, so you only get awarded by experiences XPs when you actually kill your opponent in a phone duel. So previously, if someone else killed him, you would.
still got the XP.
So that's changed. And as usually, we did some animation fixes, like if you are changing the camera or the stances, like from prone to crouch and you're aiming, it can break the character a bit. So we, as usually, are fixing more and more stuff in there. I don't know, there were some spots on the maps that you get stuck within. We are addressing these as well. These are the main thing I would say. So
Yeah. Did you mention the disconnection you can have when you're deconstructing things?
No,
No? Well, that's fixed.
that's right. Not anymore then.
Not anymore.
Also, previously in Elimination, if you had aim assist in your settings enabled, it would be aiming at your teammates as well. It's not gonna be the case anymore. Yeah, we are when we introduced the season challenges, there were some of the challenges not working as we would expect them to. We previously disabled them to fix them in the meantime. So the challenges we managed to fix, we are going to re-enable them again. So it's even bigger challenge pool in your season challenges available to you, which is great, I guess. And many more.
Yes. We'll be mentioning them on the changelog for sure. I think that we might be briefly talking about it in the next stream, as I said, once the update is actually released. So yeah, actually, I have to say that it's sad, but we have to go. It's time to end this stream. It's the end of the day for us. But honestly, like, time went by so fast, and I think it's because everyone was excited to see what was coming to 14.0, and we were excited as well to show off our first update of the year. So yeah, thank you both for being wonderful guests on this stream. Any last words before we head off, Archie?
Well, we are excited for the new update as well. I'm really curious how it will play on public, especially the bear trap and the shootout. Really curious, but I believe you're gonna like the new map for sure, because we were playtesting the map a lot and we've been really having a great time there. So
Yeah, it's a good map.
Alright, Johanny, last words?
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited for the upcoming 2 updates. 14.0 brings a lot of good stuff, and 14.1 that will follow shortly after will have a lot of optimizations for all the consoles and all the game modes. So the game will run like much smoother once this update will be dropping, especially on Switch. We've been targeting the Switch a bit more in these optimizations, although some optimization will benefit all consoles and all game modes. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yep.
That's it. That's gonna be my closing.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Once more, thank you, Johanny and Archie, for joining us. Thank you, Outlanders, for stopping by on this stream. Keep an eye out on our social media so that you could get some of the news that we've discussed today as well. And we hope you're looking forward to February 8th, which is when we're releasing Update 14.0 publicly. So thank you so much once more, and we'll see you in the Outlands. Bye-bye.
ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.